The problem is that in reality, even if we have this process, some things, can be missed. Developer can be tired, or there can be so many files. So we're thinking, okay, maybe we can also have AI help us here, not just do the whole review, but just be this, not the second pair of eyes, but third pair of eyes.
Because of its sheer velocity, AI code needs AI review. But having the same agent that wrote the code review that same code doesn't work. As the scale of pull requests change, human reviewers can't keep across every line. Instead, we need review agents which are separate from the build agent, but firmly aware of their capabilities and tendencies. For solo developers without a second human reviewer, this becomes essential support. For teams, it's the tireless reviewer that catches what humans are no longer able to see due to agentic velocity and scale.
So we use a tool called CodeRabbit, and it connects to our GitHub. So normally when I do a feature, I push it to GitHub and I create a pull request. So this one is for the feature I told you about, the CSV export functionality. And when doing code review, I would assign a developer here, and they will just go to the changed files, review them, and add some comments, request some changes. As you can see, this feature was very simple. Actually, only one component was changed. The changelog is also a quite interesting thing, and more important now in the AI era. Previously, people were usually forgetting about keeping the changelog, documenting stuff. We know everything, we understand it, we know the history of it, why it was done this way and not the other way. With AI, it's really good to do the changelogs, and they can be generated automatically, right? I can just have a quick command in Cursor to generate changelog for that, so that I have this history. It's more context for AI. So more context means the AI can understand it better.
For the next feature.
Feature. Let's imagine that we changed some library to another, because the previous one was causing some bugs. But the previous one was the very popular one.
Yeah.
So a few months later, we implement new feature, and the model can suggest the first library because it's the most popular one. Let's do it this way. And without changelog, it will go this way. It's the easiest path. It's the most popular way to do it. And if we have the changelog in our repository, everything we written, why we switched these libraries, we do it different way this time. The model can understand, okay, this was my first choice, but in the changelog, I see that it was causing bugs. Since we are using Git and GitHub, we have whole history, from the beginning of the project. But it's not so easy to read. It's a lot of files, and when we write changelogs as a simple markdown files, everything is combined. And for the changelogs, we usually log the most important decisions. Yeah. So every time I do some new feature, I have the rule to add it in the changelog. So I don't even have to think about it.
There is a balance between, you want to give it loads of context, but you don't want the context to be too long that it drowns.
Yeah. And I don't want to write all of that.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, even if we say that we should write changelogs and document everything, people won't do it. It's, if the feature works, why writing something?
Yeah.
And with AI, we get it almost for free. So normally I would just read through this file and add some comments. And when we go back, I see that one of my reviewers is a bot from CodeRabbit. So what CodeRabbit can do, it does almost all the description of the pull request. So I pushed it as empty, only the files changed with no description. It did this short description, does a nice walkthrough. So this is also very, very cool feature for the other developers to understand what actually changed before looking at the code. So the other developer can see this walkthrough. Okay, we have these files changed. What was actually changed in these files? We even have this diagrams, sequence diagrams, what is the new process implemented. So this is really cool, and we can start by reading this. We have a better picture of the changes, and then we can jump into the files. So this is the overview, but it also found some bugs here, something that I missed. So it found some major issue. It described to me why this could be an issue. And what is really cool, that this tool is made for the AI first process. So like they know that people using them, they also use AI in other parts of the development process. So now it not only did a comment about the issue, why there's an issue and how it should be fixed, it actually gives me a prompt for AI agents here that I can copy and paste my cursor. And in this prompt, it's very simple but very specific. It says that in this component, in these lines, there is this issue. It will potentially do this, how we should fix it. So I can just copy it to cursor and make the AI work on it. And when I push my new changes, CodeRabbit will trigger the review again, and it will see that, oh, this was resolved, this is good.
Yeah.
So I will have this feedback loop.
And it's also breaking the task into different agents. So you're not having one thing, do the plan, build the code, review the code.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is very important because when I use one agent in Cursor to build a plan, build the code, and then when I ask it to review it, there is a big probability that it will say that, oh, everything is cool.
It's
It's
marking
great.
your own
It's
homework.
like perfect code. But when I use a separate tool that doesn't have the context, it's actually trained to be very critical. It's trained specifically for reviewing the code, so it will try to find the issues and not just praise the work that it's so great. It's actually quite important to separate the different tasks between different coding agents. So the review, one thing of the review is for us, for developers, to just have this third pair of eyes, but also sometimes I'm doing things on my own. It's usually not in client production projects, but for small apps, like, I can be the solo developer here. And in this case, it's like crucial to have someone or something review my code.